to be put in for the answer to be valid, then of course everything is there. I believe this is clear. Now let's go to the next, which is tips. Alright, so we have two things to consider under tips. So under the tips, we have these two things to look at. The first is always read the instructions for each section carefully before attempting any question. Now, why is it important to read these instructions before you begin any section? In fact, I always appreciate teachers because they give us this particular advice by saying whatever exam you're writing is important to read instructions. In IELTS, don't use assumption to take on different sections. Do not assume that the instruction you met or you read for section A or passage A will be the same as the instruction for passage B. They will differ. So it is important to read these instructions before you treat a question. So what are the reasons for proceeding or emphasizing on reading instructions before attempting any question? One, when you read instructions, they will help you to identify how many words your answer should come. Whether you are talking about 1, 2, or 3 words, right? It will also help you to identify if your answer should come in A, B, or C. Reading instruction will help you to identify if your answer should come in the Roman numerals. Instruction will help you to know if you are required to choose any 2 letters from the list of options given. When instruction says choose any 2 or any 3 correct letters from the list of options, this means your answer must not be written in a order. Choose any 2 or choose any 3 correct letters from the list of options. It means your answer must not follow the right order of A, B, C. No. This means your answer to the first question can be C. Second question can be A. Third question can be F. Because it says any 3 correct. But if the instruction says choose the correct letter or correct answers from the list of options given, choose the correct answers from the list of options letter A to C. This means because it says choose the correct answer, it has to follow the right order. Maybe your first answer can be B, the next answer can be C. In reason. No. It be written. Some instructions will read, choose any two or any three correct answers from the list of options letters A to G. Choose any three correct answers from the list of options letters A to G. So you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you are required to choose any three correct letters or answers, right? In this case, your answers are not expected to be written in the chronological order of the alphabet. So it could be E first, C second, then maybe D. Answer. But if the instruction says choose the two correct letters or answers from the options given, you see the difference? So this one is very specific. The two correct, and in most cases they will be the same. Exactly. So you need to be careful to understand this. Now, it is also important to read your instructions so you know if you are meant to do complete sentences. Complete sentences. Do you understand this? There are sections of your reading text that you would see the instruction, or yes, the instruction stating complete the following sentences. So once it says complete the following sentences, that means amidst the sentences there are blanks. There are blank spaces that you are meant to fill in. Where do you get your answers to fill them in? From the main passage you've read. Is this correct? So you read the main passage, and then they will do an extract from that main passage. So when they're extracting the information contained in the main passage, they are omitting important words at different strategic sentences. So you are expected to fill in those blanks from the exact words used in the passage.
Well, like you said, sometimes when you're trying to speak in there, you don't even understand the question. You have to paraphrase. That's where I now paraphrase. Because I'm looking for this passage.
It's not there.
Yes.
And the extract that they make from the main passage, they don't extract and compose it with the words there. No. They just paraphrase the same information using alternate words. So when you read and you're not seeing anything there, your mind it's just the same copy and paste, but it's substituted. Do you understand? So, but the thing is, when you read and get to where you're supposed to provide the answer, this word that is supposed to fill in the blank must be the exact words. You don't need to paraphrase it. So that's the way to go. Reading the instruction would also help you to know if you are to match headings. Right? So if you are to match headings, they will expect you to use certain headings to match a particular paragraph that the heading best captures. Right? So you need to be careful to choose your best heading. And then some instructions will also require you to choose or get two answers from one paragraph. There are paragraphs you read, they will solve two different questions. Now for that to play out, when you go through instructions, look out for this particular instruction. You may use any letter more than once. So this simply means if you have paragraphs that are labeled A, B, C, D, and perhaps E. When you read paragraph A and read paragraph B, C, D, and E, then when you go to get your answers, you read the first question. You may find your answer in paragraph B. You write B. You read second question, you may find your answer in paragraph E. You write E. You read the third question, you may find your answer still in paragraph E. Do you understand? So that's very cool. It's important to read the instructions. Now the second tip here says Q's plus P plus Q equal A. What does this mean? It simply translates to the fact that your reading should follow the template of going through questions first. So cues represents questions. So when you go to each section, you would notice that each section comes with about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 maximum questions. Right? So you are strongly advised to read the 8 questions or 5 questions first. But when you're reading those questions, please do not read the question more than once. And why are you reading the questions in the first page? It is for you to identify the keywords in the question, because those keywords will be paraphrased in the passage. And once the paraphrasing starts, around that paraphrase lies the answer. So you need to read your question once and identify the keywords in the question. Use your pen or pencil to circle or underline those keywords. So that when you go to the passage, that's the P now. When you go to the passage, you will begin to read. And while you're reading, of course, you will always get pricked. Your mind will prick you to the fact that I saw something about this word in the passage, in the question. The keyword. Once you see information relating to it, you realize it. So at that point, use your pen or pencil and rule the whole of that part that you feel refers back to the keyword in the question. Right? Then after that, you keep reading. As you read and identify potential answers, underline them. As you read and identify information that refer back to the keywords in the question, keep underlining. Right? So once you keep doing that and you keep reading and you keep underlining, definitely once you come to the end of the reading and underlining, you need to go back to the questions. This time around, you are not going to read the whole questions like you did previously. You are now taking one question at a go. So you read question 1, read it maybe twice or thrice to ensure you've understood it. Then you go to the passage. So when you go to the passage, you are no longer going to read the whole passage. You are now going to read those underlined areas that you draw attention because you did that. You underline them because you feel they are your potential answers. So you now go through those underlined areas to get your answer. So you go to each question, go to passage, read the underlined areas to get your answer. Next question, go to passage, read the underlined areas to get your answer. Is it clear?